Welcome to Money and Business Avenue. My name is Mtawi Bosco. I have arrived with chapter 2 of the richest man in Babylon book. Remember, we summarize financial literacy books chapter by chapter and then pick out the key lessons from the same chapter that we provide at its end. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, like and share. Be part of this conversation. Welcome to chapter 2. Chapter 2. 7 Cures for a Lean Purse. Babylon City rose to its fame as the richest city in the world during the early 90s due to the wisdom of its people who invested in learning how to become wealthy. But at one point, the king realized there was a very big gap between the poor and the rich in his city. Many people were unable to support themselves and found themselves in a crisis where the laborers were without employment, merchants had few customers, farmers unable to sell their produce, and they had no enough money to buy food. The wealth was concentrated in the hands of a few rich men. King Sejong thought out a solution together with the royal chancellor, and both resolved to get the rich teach the rest how to become rich now that the king desired to see equitable distribution of wealth in his city. Arkad, the then richest man in the city, was the top priority for this responsibility. The royal chancellor gathered a group of 100 people who Arkad taught the 7 principles of becoming wealth that he used so they could also teach others. These 7 laws of wealth are digested. 1. Start fattening your purse. As long as you have something you do that earns coins, little as they may be, you can effectively embark on the work of fattening your purse. You can do this by diverting a portion of the little you get to this noble duty. Arkad says that for every 10 coins you place within your purse, take out 4, use but 9. Your purse will start to fatten at once, and its increasing weight will feel good in your hand and bring satisfaction to your soul. Put aside a 10th or 1 out of 10 of the money you earn. Follow through this discipline, you will eventually learn to live within the means of the new budget with ease as almost before, because 1 out of 10 is not a very big portion taken away. Let the 9 out of 10 be used to gratify the desires of the day, which may include jewels, a bit of finery, better raiment and more food. In simple terms, the things quickly gone and forgotten. Whereas the remaining 1 out of 10 in your purse should be strictly used to buy assets or income-generating assets. These could be gold, land, herds, merchandise, etc. 2. Control your expenditures. First of all, you need to understand the difference between the necessary expenses and desires. Desires can never be fully gratified no matter the amount of money you have. Any one of us has more desires than our incomes can gratify. So what you do is considering the necessary desires to gratify, making sure that they also fit within the 9 out of 10 of your income. In simple terms, spend your money, the 9 out of 10 income, on needs but not desires. The needs cannot be lived without, whereas the desires can be lived without. The expenses will always grow to equal our incomes unless we protest to the contrary. Learn to deliberately leave some desires unsatisfied. Make your budget of the necessary expenses within the 9 out of 10 and live with it. Your top priority should be fattening your purse. 3. Make your money multiply. Consider putting your treasure or money to labor or increasing after passing the first and second stages. The earnings from our saved 1 out of 10 serve our start of the journey to build fortunes. Make that money your golden slaves, each laboring and earning more money for you. As the saved 1 out of 10 labors for you, its children and the children's children should also labor for you. You need to get a great income from their combined efforts. You will achieve this by investing the first saved 1 out of 10 in income-generating assets, reinvest the principal or the initial 1 out of 10 with all the profits, and again reinvest the initial 1 out of 10 with all its first profits and the newly received profits. Here, the parents, children and grandchildren of money are working for you, and you are on the right path to creating wealth. Remember, the routine of saving 1 out of 10 you earn should continue. When your income column swells greater than the expense column, there you can consider quitting your job and concentrate on expanding your asset column more and more. Why? You've built the capacity to fully meet your expenses and also have excess money to invest. You can now live without the job that is making you a slave of your boss. Arkad, the then richest man in Babylon, put it rightly that I tell you, my students, a man's wealth is not the coins he carries in his purse. It is the income he builds, the golden stream that continually flows into their purse and keeps it always bulging. That is what every man desires. That is what you, each of you, desire. An income that continues to come whether you work or travel. 4. Guard the treasures or fortunes from loss. You need to sieve the temptations of opportunities that seem could yield large sums of money once invested in. Be aware of friends and relatives that urge you to enter into some investments. Arkad said that the first sound principle of investment is security for your principal. The first sound principle of investment is security for your principal. The chances of getting back the principal or the money invested must be very predictable before you invest your money into any venture. Study carefully before investing your treasure. Be sure that it may be safely reclaimed. Be not misled by your own romantic desires to make wealth rapidly. For example, if you may loan it to any man, assure yourself of his ability to pay and his reputation for doing so, such that you don't lose your hard-earned treasure. Oh, before you entrust it as an investment in any field, acquaint yourself with the dangers around it. Put your money where you will not fail to collect a fair profit. Consult with wise men. Get advice from those experienced in the profitable handling of gold or money. Let your wisdom protect your treasure from the unsafe investments. 5. Make your dwelling a profitable investment. Arkad said that if a man sets aside 9 parts of his earnings upon which to live and enjoy life, and if any part of these 9 parts he can turn into a profitable investment without detriment to his well-being, then so much faster will his treasures grow. It is rather wise to borrow money from the bank and build yourself a home than spending millions to pay rent. You may pay back this money to the moneylender with the same regularity you use to pay the landlord. Each payment will reduce the indebtedness to the moneylender. Within a few years, you will have the loan paid off. According to Arkad, owning a house will greatly reduce the costs of living. Make available more of your earnings for pleasures and gratification of your desires. 6. Ensure a future income. Make preparations for a suitable income in the days to come when you're no longer young. Make preparations for your family, comfort and support them in your absence. This lesson shall instruct you in providing a full pass when time has made you less able to learn. You should plan certain investments or provisions that may endure safely for many years to support you when you grow old or even when you depart this life. Example, a man may buy houses or lands for this purpose. If wisely chosen as their usefulness and value in the future, they are permanent in their value and their earnings or their sale will provide wealth for this purpose. Finally, provide in advance for the needs of your growing age and the protection of family. 7. Increase your ability to earn. Always strive to increase your capacity to earn. Having the desire to become rich is one, and having a definite level is second. In learning to secure one definite small desire, you train yourself to secure a larger one. This is the process by which wealth is accumulated. First in small sums, then in larger ones, as a man learns and becomes more capable. Increase your ability to earn. Cultivate your own powers to study and become wiser, become more skillful, and finally become wealthy. Thank you for being a part of this episode. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment. Let's meet again in another episode. God bless you.